Welcome to another episode of Legion Elite Motorsports. I'm your host, Isaiah. I've been MIA for the holiday season. I hope you all enjoyed your Christmas and New Year's. I know I have, spending it with the family. Lots of fun, lots of new presents and stuff like that. Tools for me, of course, which always comes in handy. And things of that nature. But on this episode, we are going to mess with the 1991 3000 GT VR4. We're going to see kind of a better idea what we're dealing with here before we truly dive into it. So let's dive in. We're going to cover cranking the car. We're going to cover checking the timing, make sure it's correct. We're going to play with the active aero. We're going to replace the hood struts because they work, but if you're under the hood for anywhere over 2 minutes, it'll just slam down on you, which is very unpleasant. So we're going to replace those. We're going to check for no spark issue. We're going to take out the computer, all in this episode. So stay tuned, it's going to be a good one. So let's check it out. Okay, just for curiosity's sake, I pulled the timing covers off the VR4, and it looks like the timing is very close to perfection. These are dead on. So if you look where the white mark is, lines up with this pointer in the back. See the slit right there? And same deal here. This one crest the square cube. Then this one it's almost on. I want to say it's a little couple degrees type of situation, but not bad. Belt's tight, everything's good. You can see in here too. Yeah, it's about 1 tooth off. Yep, pretty much, which isn't too terrible. But yep, not bad. Okay, so only thing I need to figure out is this thing. And then you gotta push in the clutch, start. She sounds great. Okay, it does that until I hit this button. Gets a little bit better, but still does it. Up, there it goes. Why is it doing that? I probably need another one. Okay, we're about to do an active aero test. Okay, this is the less evasive way of doing it, I guess. All right, so we unplug this connector from this one. And on this connector, you're gonna wanna get these 2 wires. Mine are spray painted, but they are white and black with red stripes. And actually 2 red dots and a line. But long story short, this is the plug connector. You're gonna get the top 2 on the left. Okay, top 2 on the left. Yeah. Okay, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna use this battery to power the motor. Okay, so we're gonna have ground on one side and then switchable power on the other side using a battery. So the tools that's needed is a circuit tester and the ground wire with alligator clips. All right, let me set up and we'll begin testing. Okay, so we have our ground to the negative side of the terminal. We have our test meter. Okay, you can trip negative or positive, and we're gonna add those to the positive and negative so I can actuate either or. And then your little ground strap for the actual device is going to connect to the body of the car. So in the connector, you're going to take this prong, touch it on this one down here. So the one, let me see if it'll focus. There we go. So the one that's exactly next to this one, and you're going to click this button to make it positive. It'll be like adding power to it without messing anything up. So I can't do this with two hands, but let me see if I can set up my tripod and see what we got. Okay, so like I said, we add power and let's see what happens. All right, and then to test the other way, we connect to the second one and add power to the last one. All right, she's up. And she's down. So the spoiler works as you can see. But okay, so we are going to replace these tired shocks. I guess they're not too tired. They are currently holding the hood open as we speak, but periodically if you come out and lift up the hood, it will bop you in the head. So to avoid that, we have some new lift support. So first things first is we're going to take out the 10mm, and then we're going to pop this piece off. You can use a rubber mallet, it should pop right off. And then we're gonna take this off also because it comes with a new one right there. So pretty simple and straightforward. So we're gonna get both of them out. We're gonna use a broomstick to hold up the hood and we should be good. So let's see the before and after transformation. All right, so we got our first shock in and it's looking so good. It's actually holding up the hood with the assistance of the old unit over there. And if we come over here, we could see the subtle differences in design, which is not that big of a deal and everything, but there are, I took the original bolts and replaced them because they were rusted, so we don't have that issue anymore. The actual stubby shaft that's here goes from a 12mm to a 7/16. Yep, 7/16, which is brand new in the bag. So, you know, you just want to keep that in mind. And then of course this will vary depending on what brand and model you get, but not bad, not bad. I actually like the ending result. So let's finish putting the other side on and we'll be good to go. And just like that, she is done and working perfectly. All right, so you close it just like that, and she opens all by herself past a certain point. That's exactly what you want. That's how you know your shocks are doing what they're supposed to do. So there we go, all done. But the main issue is some slight wiring nightmare, which we have this cable not connected, and then this cable here, brown, and this one here is connected outside of the connector. Same deal with this. Of course, this looks a little melted. And we got the cam sensor, which is connected. Wires don't look the healthiest. There was some sort of an animal eating the wires. And then there's one more sensor I'm looking for but cannot see from this location, and it should be an igniter. I'm not sure if this model has that. Doesn't look like it does. It might be in a different location, but I'm gonna take this guy out to take a double check and then move from there. But basically the whole reason why she's not turning on is because she has no spark. So we need to step down the 9 levels of what, why, and how it doesn't have any spark. So I already took out the ECU. We're gonna take a look at that in a minute. But I'm gonna take out this upper hose, and we're gonna take a look at the ignition system from the side so we can get a better look and see what's what. Okay, so took this pipe out. Then I seen these pipes underneath it, and I noticed the pipe that went here had a clamp on it. It was stuffed in this way, but it's supposed to go this way. So I think I'm gonna have to go through this car a little bit more just to see what all happened, because it looks like someone didn't quite know what they were doing. And if you look at the condition on the inside, I don't know if you could see that. Let's check this side. It's pretty bad. So I'm gonna have a lot of extra cleaning up to do, I think. But yep, rear turbo does not look happy. So might have to replace that. But all in all, I don't think it'll keep the engine from running, just to see the health status of the actual motor. So we'll keep going forward, see if we can get some spark and kind of take it from there. But we're missing all sorts of screws. Some there, hose clamps here, hose clamps over here, screws there. So we actually have to get a lot of this re-put together properly, but it will definitely happen. I'm just going to continue to take this stuff apart and see what we discover. Okay. All right, the clip here is broken. Okay. Alrighty. It looks like that's everything. No air filter. Okay. Alright. We'll just slide this one out. See how far I can get with one hand. There we go. Alright. And then same deal with this one. Oh, this isn't even connected. Good to know. So, okay, that's not plugged in right there on the top of that mushroom. All right, let's get this stuff out. Okay, got a little bit out of the way. So, everything here looks pretty decent. So. A little bit of rusty down there. Shifter linkage looks good. All right, here's the igniter we were looking for. We're gonna unplug that, check it. Most likely have to replace it. Turbo, this front one looks fairly okay, but of course, you know, there's no telling until you actually take it apart. But not too bad so far. We got a hose here connected to absolutely nothing when it's supposed to be connected to this guy. Goes right into that guy, but it is not. So we'll get that back in there a little bit later. More clamps. All right. That one looks correct. Let's see, this is connected on the transmission. Okay, so this relay, which was just hanging there, sits in that pocket. Oh, got this thing for a reason. Let me show you. Okay, retake. So this relay goes into this relay holder right there. And then, let's see, all of the finger pointer things I could point to. We are looking for this guy. Oh, come on, focus. There we go. We're looking for this computer right here that controls Spark. And if this isn't working, you're not going to have Spark. So we're going to take that bad boy out too in just a minute. We're going to put this relay back in its sleeve. Let's see. We're also going to deal with this vacuum nightmare, which there should be a vacuum diagram on the hood right there. So yeah, we're gonna follow this nightmare, and then I'm actually gonna get a roll of vacuum line, because you won't believe the type of cars that I deal with, how often you go through vacuum lines. So better to replace all of those, and then once it's replaced and put in its proper orientation, we are going to do a vacuum delete, kind of going backwards to go forwards, but either way. So you'll know how the original orientation goes and the aftermarket one once you get to that plateau. But anyway, so let's see a couple of acorns like that guy right there. And then everything looks pretty decent. It looks like the transmission was rebuilt at some point. You could see the hand done silicone right down there. So hopefully that's a-okay. Boom, boom, boom. So yeah, let's take out this module right here and take it from there. See, someone's been here and done the timing. Oh yeah, look at that. It's pretty good. And those look brand new, by the way. You can see by the shiny new plugs connected to them. So that's good. And yep, so we just got to disconnect that bad boy, and yeah, this is going to be fun. It's going to be a nice nice amount of work and learning. Okay, first things first. Okay, this module looks to be brand new. Look at that. 100% brand new. Okay, even the bottom, brand new. So I'm gonna test this. I'm sure it's gonna pass. And this is not the issue. Okay, what I think could be the issue is the computer. Look at this water deposit here. Right? I'm gonna look at the board. Water. Moisture and water. I don't know what happened, but this is a lot of water deposit. Let's check the back. Look at this, water. Corrosion from water. This area looks normal, but here you could see water, rust, and water. So, long story short, this thing got wet. Could have been AC, could have been a whole host of things, but long story short, this computer can't be any good. I heard there's a company that can test it. Don't know if it's this one here, but I will give them a call, see if they're still operational. Kind of doubt it, but we'll see. But yeah, and we're gonna have to order another one of these. I think this might be the problem. So stay tuned. Let's order up and see what we could do. And with that being said, we're gonna call it an episode right there. I hope you guys found this entertaining and informative in some way, shape, or form. If you're new here, definitely consider subscribing, hitting that bell icon for updated notifications. And remember, guys, knowledge is power. The more we know about the cars, the easier they are to fix, diagnose, and repair. So I hope to see you guys on the next episode. It is going to be interesting. Let's see what we get into next episode. So I'll see you there.